What up, homies? It's your boy. We gotta plug in our side step doodad.
Bluetooth.
How you doing? How are you doing? Welcome. Come on over. Get closer. Come closer to me so I can see you really good there. How you doing? Today we're featuring Silk Next Milk, which is plant-based, has never tasted so good. This is dairy-free. It's regular fortified oat and coconut beverage. Oh, very tasty. Also have a cup of peppermint tea right in front of me over there. I'm also with Cat. Hi! We're gonna get my cat right away. We're gonna get him good. So you buckle up and hold on. This is gonna be an interesting episode. This morning, I was trolled by a really old. I swear there's something wrong with him in the head. He sounds like he's drooling when he talks, but he's my troll. Like I have a troll that drools. He's like, do you know how to phone? It's like, what are you saying? I can't believe how bad they really have a stink about me. One time I was getting trolled in a chat by this tiny, scrawny Filipino dude with a tiny wang. It's true, he has a tiny wang. He was showing his wang on stream to other people. The channel name was something like Venoms or something like this. Venoms. Between Buddha, Venoms, and wait, I'm making videos. We're gonna actually meet up. When these people do a meetup, I'm gonna meet up with them. You want to talk smack? This is my livelihood. Forget you ever know me. You understand? Because you have no idea what's happening right now. Right now, in your village, we're rounding up people to ensure that you have a bad day. You understand? So shut your mouth. Get a life. There's people out there, I'm telling you, there's sick people in the head, eh? And so yeah, this Venoms dude was in the chat one day telling this girl that I know on a live stream to take her top off. And they're saying, hey, let's see what and I'm like, no you're not. No you're not. I don't care who you know and how many subscribers you have. This dolt, you wait until I tell you about this Buddha dude. This old dude named Buddha, you wait and see what's coming, bud. You have no idea. You're a slime ball, but we're gonna get you in a different kind of way. You wait and see. You pissed me off today, and that's it. You mention my name once more, ever again. You spread lies about me, and I'll come to your door. And I'm rich, and I'll make it happen. You have nothing. You have nothing. You live at your grandma's, dude. You greasy old man. Boy, you pissed me off today. So that happened. But we're done with it. But again, like YouTube makes it really hard to get your message across to the bully, right? So you got to do it this way because bullies stalkers rather watch the show and can't get enough because you're pussies, right? I'm pulling 165,000 views in 15, 20 days right now on average. It's skyrocketing. It's going to go to millions right away. Just wait and see what I do next. Just wait and see. We're going to have meetups in every little place where I've had a person let me off. Just wait and see. There's no place on YouTube for bullies, eh? I'm going to straighten you out one by one. Just watch. There's no stopping me now. You scumbuckets. Open your mouth. I don't care if you're from the Philippines. Venoms, you little weasel. You're a little weasel. Venoms with a Z. Just a little weasel. Hangs out in this Chinese girl's chat all day. She buys subs for people all day on the internet. And YouTube doesn't do anything about it. I'm like, how are you buying subs for people? Like, it's really disgusting. Really disgusting what's out there. And I know that YouTube is allowing certain people to do this. This is how Mel Gibson. This is how Will Smith, Jack Black, overnight had millions of subscribers. Overnight, they had millions of subscribers. Fucking annoying, man. So dealing with these people is the first thing we're gonna do. which is, it's almost done. I've put out a message on other platforms and other areas to ensure that, you know, people look at these people carefully now. Like to talk a big talk behind a microphone, but once you're in person, you'd be, you just wait and see. You just wait and see the stuttering begin. Just creepers out there, though. I don't know who you think you're dealing with here, bud, but I'm gonna show you. You're gonna find out the hard way. I'm from Winnipeg. If you're from Montreal or something like that, you don't even speak French, you should watch yourself right now. Je parle en français très bien, mes amis, and I know the most evil people over there. Shut your mouth right now. This is your final chance. Shut your mouth. You tell them all. Shut your mouth. Fucking pussies. I don't understand why people are so mean, you know? I was enjoying a nice stream and then all of a sudden someone pops up on the chat. Well, just so we're clear, you're next. You're next. We're gonna ensure that you have a bad day. Bullies need to be taught a serious harsh lesson. Bullies need to be taught a serious harsh lesson, and that is that I don't have a speech impediment, and nor is there anything wrong with me. I simply had a nice sip of peppermint tea there. And the salinity level in it was amazing. But man, oh man, can you get some weirdos on the internet, eh? So, that happened, unfortunately. There's always going to be stalkers and people who are jealous of me, but don't think I'm not going to stomp you out. Like I've always said, stomping is what you're going to feel next. You pissed me off, you're going to get stomped. I don't care where you live, who you are, you're a bitch. You pipe up on a microphone rather than in person, you're a bitch. Now it's time to show you how much of one you really are. Have you ever been to Chicago before? You know what kind of people live in Chicago? Do you have any idea? Bosses. Bosses live in Chicago. So I'm gonna tell you straight up, you ain't got a chance. I remember this one time that dude was singing in the chat and I was just like, oh my God, my ears are bleeding, you filthy animal. I'm just like, and they really thought they were singing good. I'm like, oh. And then the Venoms guy, he's notorious for singing women's Filipino dudes. Most of you are kind of different, right? Like Filipino dudes, I like Filipino people, but the Filipino dudes that I've seen on YouTube, you sit there and sing women's songs. So a couple of days ago, I had some Filipino guys come in the chat, and they're like, "Hey, you don't come to our channel." I'm like, "I was in your channel. I did say hi. You didn't answer me. You were singing a women's song." And they typed back, "That's rude." And I said, "No, that's the truth. The song was a woman who originally sung that song. And I know that song. Everyone in North America knows that song as a woman singing. Why are you singing it?" That's all I just asked, why? Why don't you sing a man's song with a man's voice? And the guy was like, "Oh, you're so mean." I'm like, dude, you came in here telling me I didn't support you, you goof. I clearly was in your chat. I heard you singing a women's song and I said hi. I said, go look at your chat. And they left. Him and this other is probably his boyfriend or something. He left, or his sister or something, dressed as a dude. And I was like, "What are you doing? Like, why did you come here? Just to harass me?" So I said. So I went to their channel. I said, "I'm unsubscribing." I said, "Don't come back to mine." I said, You're embarrassing. I don't want to sit there and explain myself to you every day." I said goodbye. He's like, "You are mean. You are so mean. See, I sing like girl." I said, "No, you sing girls' songs. I don't sit here and sing Britney Spears. That's hilarious. I didn't realize you were running a comedy show, bro." But don't get me started, okay? Because there's a few things we're going to go over. Men need to act like men. Go work on cars, go shovel rocks, Quit singing Britney Spears and Cher. Weirdos. For like 14 hours a day, you sing Cher. No, you shouldn't be. You should be working. Like, "Hey, can I get $2?" Another thing, Filipino people are notorious for asking me for money, right? Like, it's like I go in the chat and they're like, "Oh, you're from Canada? Super chat me, give me gift." I'm like, I just show up first time ever. I'm like, "Oh, hey, chat. Hi, my kuyas." It means friend in Filipino. And they start asking me for money. I'm like, ugh. You're no better than a beggar off the street that has an addiction to alcohol. It's gross and creepy what you do on here. So that happened. And, in general, I love having a good conversation, but I notice there's some people on here that are not worth, conversating with. So we're going to tread a lot more carefully and only chat with channel members and super chatters from now on, due to the fact that I don't think people with no money aren't really helping at all. You think money matters, yet you have none, you do nothing to earn it, and you live for it, right? You need money, but you don't share it. You don't share. You just sit there and count your pennies and let it build up. That's greed, If I get $500 in my wallet, I'm happy to, share half of the money I have in my wallet with other people. Less fortunate always, or younger people that, I like to make them smile. Like, "Oh, here's $20, or here's $175 for your game that you had to have." I don't mind doing that once in a while. It makes me happy. I don't think that a lot of people are actually serious when they say or even understand what it means to be a giver, right? You give without thinking you can get something back, right? Most of you don't even understand that. You're like, "Oh, what did you get me for Christmas?" That's not how it works. What did I do for you all year? What have I done for you all year, right? You come in my chat and you're crying, or you're this, you're that, you have a bad day. Do you know how much it costs for you to go get a psychiatrist right now? It's just nice to have somebody to talk to. I don't ask you for $500 when we're done an hour live stream and you've just been bawling in the chat. Like, come on. It's more rather that you do nothing to better this channel, yet you join this channel like a leech, right? You want something off the back of this channel. Forget it. I'm never gonna notice you. Never gonna notice you. Unless you're a high up channel member at $149.99 a month, I won't notice you. There's some people that I have a friendship with, and regardless in the future, if they continue to hold a channel membership, or if they come in once in a blue moon and say hi, I'm going to be really happy and elated, excited to say hi to you, right? Like I saw Bomdia yesterday. It was nice to see her. Like, I didn't actually see her in the chat at the same time I was there. I don't think I can't tell. Some of you are just weird. You type, like, you watch, and then you type one thing, right? So again, if you're not a channel member, you're welcome. Of course, come say hi. That's what you do. You walk into somebody's house, whether it's their house or their digital house, you fucking say hello, right? But, most of you are raised with very few manners. You don't understand how to greet somebody, let alone when you walk into somebody else's house. Like, you guys got a lot of respect problems. A lot of you have respect issues. You think you deserve respect while treating me badly, poorly, lipping me, thinking you know anything, and you're dumb. It's hilarious. Most of you, I guarantee, most of you couldn't even pass a grade 4 test by yourself. I guarantee you, your uncles and your aunts and your grandmas, and you'd all be asking everybody for help. That shows that you have zero skill sets in this world. You really haven't even amounted to anything, you know? You have no education. You can't speak more than one language, even slightly. And even the language you learned as a child, you still haven't even come close to mastering it. You're a joke. So, you know, a lot of people will always continue to blab, blab, blab. Do you think because you talk a lot, it makes you smart? Do you really think that? So I'll ask you 5 questions. When you don't know the answer to any of the 5 questions, remember how dumb you are at the end of this, okay? How many people live in Quebec? 10 seconds on the clock. I don't have a thing in front of me. I'll ask every province. Do you think I sit here and write it down on a paper? This is just a random question about Quebec. How many people live there? Genius. How many people live in Montreal? Genius. You're so smart. You know everything. You can't be touched. You have no problem paying all the bills in the house you live in by yourself. Right. Right. Most of you right now, if you're put on the street, you'd be homeless. You'd be homeless. Some of you were gifted money as a child. Gifted money that you probably didn't deserve, right? It makes you look hilarious, you know? If you grew up and you're 35 years old and you still are not in a house, you still are renting, you're 35, but you're so smart. Why are you renting? I thought you were so smart. Anyone with a half a brain knows that if you rent for too long, you're going to be pitted for life. So you never had a plan. Not only that, you couldn't create a plan and devise a plan to get yourself into a house. Not only that, you don't understand the monetary system. So sit back and relax, enjoy this show, and then get off your ass, get off that couch, and then go spend the day outside. Most of you have never seen a full day of sunlight. That's sick. You guys get out there and get some sun. Like, you hairless weasels, you know? If you're completely bald on the top of your head, go give your poor head some sun today. There's a lot of people I really have a lot less respect for than ever. I can't even begin to tell you. I've always said this statement: loose lips sink ships. But I know for a fact I can even tell by the way people look at me, that people, you didn't keep anything a secret. So should I do the same then? Should I talk about all the things you didn't want anybody to know about? Because there's a lot. I can make videos about it too. Like you're telling your friends, I'll tell all my friends. Do you want that? Do you want that? How do you think this works? How do you think this works? I don't care if you have 45 accounts. They're not popular. You're not famous. You're not getting anywhere on them. Show me a video that you have right now that gone viral overnight. Come on, show me one. I got 175,000 views on a single video I have hidden for 5 years. It went viral overnight. I had 785 likes in a month. Me and you not same, but it's funny how people from the internet get this big machismo like they're tough. I would pound the living crap out of so many dudes one after the other. You would be so scared. So, like I said, recognize who you are standing before, in front of, looking on to, and never, ever let me off. You question me, I'm not going to like you. Because I don't need you questioning me. It's your low IQ. You're not going to understand. Peon. There's a lot of trolls that come into the chat and they expect you to have a great day with them, you know? And and you see their name and you're like, oh, I just cringe. Half the time I cringe when I see some of these names come in. I'm like, why are you here? Like, I can clearly see you haven't dropped a like. I can clearly see you've never super chatted. I can clearly see you're not a channel member. I can clearly see you've been watching for 5 or 6 years. You're a joke. You still grow like crap. It's hilarious. And then I hear, oh, at first I hear how what a good grower I am. Then I hear, oh, nobody grows like me. Then it's like, wait a second, you've been growing for 75 years all of a sudden. I'm like, if you've been growing for 75 years, then I've been growing for 185 years. And you've been doing it all wrong, all 75 years, bud. Try to keep that in mind. So, I don't value trolls. I'll never give trolls time of day. And I refuse to allow trolls to have a platform here on my channel. Ever. Ever. So make sure you don't troll no one, because I'm watching. And I will find you. I will get you guys one by one. All you troll scumbags. Straight in the house. What's going on, my man? Good morning. Welcome to the Hashy Town. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying straight, bro. Welcome to the hashiest show on the internet. Dang, I was going to come over there and say something. Like, because I want to do something right now, and I'm forced to wait until this pauses or mutes, or I start a freshie. How about I start a freshie and I come back? You know what I'm going to do? I have my other phone here. Let's check the battery. Ooh, 99%. You always... Oh, I got to switch her up. Look at this. We got 99% on this bugger. I'm going to come back. Wait, you see that? 99%. I wasn't bluffing you. I wasn't bluffing you. Look at all them notifications. Those are notifications from bosses on Insta letting me know where in Chicago the meetup is. Y'all need to recognize, eh? Shut your mouths if you're a troll. Shut your mouth. Buddha, you greasy old dude, bud. Wait and see, Buddha. I'll see you next time. Peace!